Hello everyone, and welcome to my YNR-CBS Daily Update channel. A heart-stopping reveal: Jill claims Lily is her daughter, and Billy's sister. Just when Genoa City thought it had survived enough family secrets to last a lifetime, Jill Abbott walked into the room with tears in her eyes, a trembling envelope in her hand, and a confession powerful enough to destroy everything Lily Winters and Billy Abbott believed about their lives. But before we go any further, remember, this storyline explores the dramatic spoiler possibility surrounding Jill, Lily, and Billy. Until the young and the restless confirm such a revelation on screen, we should treat the shocking family connection as speculation rather than established fact. And if this twist became real, it could change Genoa City forever. The afternoon began quietly at Chancellor Industries. Lily stood behind her desk staring at financial reports, but her mind was somewhere else. Business pressures had been building around her, and Billy's unpredictable behavior had once again created tension that Lily could not simply ignore. Their relationship had always been complicated. Love, anger, trust, betrayal. Every time Lily believed she understood Billy Abbott, he somehow found a new way to surprise her. But on this particular afternoon, Billy wasn't the person who would turn her life upside down. Jill was. The elevator doors opened. Lily looked up and immediately realized something was wrong. Jill normally entered a room with confidence. Even during a crisis, she carried herself like a woman who had survived enough battles to know she could survive another. Today was different. Her face looked pale. Her hands shook. And she was holding a large envelope against her chest as though whatever was inside had become unbearably heavy. Jill? Lily slowly rose. What happened? Jill stared at her for several seconds before answering. I need you to sit down. Lily's stomach tightened. That sentence never brought good news in Genoa City. Is this about Billy? Jill closed her eyes. In a way. Lily sat cautiously. Jill placed the envelope on the desk but kept one hand over it. There are things about my past that I spent years trying to forget, Jill began. Things I convinced myself were better left buried. Lily studied her carefully. What are you talking about? Jill swallowed hard. A child. Silence filled the office. Lily frowned. Jill continued. Years ago, there were circumstances surrounding a pregnancy, circumstances I didn't fully understand at the time. Information was hidden from me. Records disappeared. People lied. Lily leaned forward. What does that have to do with me? Jill looked directly into Lily's eyes. And suddenly, Lily knew she was not going to like the answer. Everything. Lily stood immediately. No. Jill's voice cracked. Lily. No. Whatever you're about to say, don't. But Jill couldn't stop anymore. I believe you're my daughter. The words landed like an explosion. Lily stared at Jill. For 1 second, she almost laughed because the statement sounded too ridiculous to process. Then she saw Jill crying. And the laughter disappeared. My mother is Drusilla Winters. I know. Neil was my father. I know what you believed your entire life. Lily's expression hardened. What I believed. Jill opened the envelope. Inside were medical documents, old hospital records, handwritten notes, and what appeared to be laboratory paperwork. Lily backed away. No. I didn't want to believe it either, Jill said. You had some tests done? Jill hesitated. I started asking questions. That isn't what I asked. Lily. Did you have a DNA test done? Jill finally whispered, yes. Lily looked devastated. Without permission. Without warning. Without giving Lily even one opportunity to prepare herself for something that could rewrite her entire identity. Jill pushed a document across the desk. Lily refused to touch it. I don't want to see it. You need to. No, Jill. I really don't. Then another voice came from the doorway. What the hell is going on? Billy. He had entered unnoticed. His eyes moved from Lily to his mother, then to the papers on the desk. Billy immediately sensed disaster. Mom? Jill turned toward him, and whatever strength she'd been holding on to disappeared. Billy. Billy approached slowly. What did you do? Lily laughed bitterly. You want to tell him, Jill? Jill remained silent. Lily turned toward Billy. Apparently, your mother thinks I'm her daughter. Billy froze. For once, Billy Abbott had absolutely nothing to say. Then he shook his head. No. Jill whispered, Billy. No. He stepped toward the desk. This is crazy. Lily pointed toward the papers. Apparently there are test results. Billy grabbed them. His eyes raced across the page. The color slowly drained from his face. Then he reached the section Jill knew he would eventually find. Billy looked up. If she's your daughter. Nobody needed to finish the sentence, because Billy understood. If Jill truly was Lily's biological mother, then Lily and Billy shared a mother. They would be siblings. And suddenly every romantic memory between them became painfully complicated. Their relationship. Their kisses. Their plans. Their heartbreak. Everything. Billy dropped the papers onto the desk as if they had burned his hands. No. Jill started crying. I'm sorry. Billy turned on her. Sorry? His voice rose. You walk in here and tell us something that changes our entire lives, and you're sorry? I didn't know. You should have been sure before saying anything. Lily stood motionless near the window. She wasn't crying. Not yet. Her shock was too deep. Finally she turned around. What exactly did the DNA test say? Jill hesitated. Billy noticed. His eyes narrowed. What aren't you telling us? Jill glanced toward the documents. The results indicated a strong biological connection. Lily immediately caught the wording. A strong biological connection? Yes. That's not the same as saying you're definitely my mother. Jill said nothing. And in that moment, Lily's instincts returned. She walked toward the desk and finally picked up the report herself. She read every line. Billy watched her expression change. Then Lily looked up. This doesn't prove what you're saying. Jill blinked. What? It suggests we're related. Billy grabbed the report again. Lily pointed to a section near the bottom. It doesn't establish the exact relationship. Billy read it twice. Then a third time. His anger slowly shifted into confusion. She's right. Jill looked stunned. But the specialist told me. The specialist gave you one possible interpretation, Lily interrupted. You turned it into a conclusion. Commentary. And this is exactly where classic Young and the Restless mystery could become much bigger than the first shock. In Genoa City, a DNA result almost never answers just one question. Usually, it creates 5 more. Billy began pacing. Who else knew about this? Jill looked away. That was all Billy needed to see. Mom. Someone contacted me. Who? I don't know. Billy stopped. You don't know? The information came anonymously. Now Lily became suspicious. Then how do you know any of these records are real? Jill looked at the envelope again. She hadn't considered that strongly enough. Someone had carefully guided Jill toward this conclusion. Old hospital records. Dates. Documents. DNA evidence. But why? And more importantly, who benefited from convincing Jill that Lily was her daughter? Billy immediately became convinced they were being manipulated. This is a setup. Jill shook her head. The DNA comparison is legitimate. Maybe the samples are, Billy said, but what if someone deliberately made you believe the relationship was mother and daughter? Lily folded her arms. Or what if someone wants us distracted? That possibility changed the entire room. Because Chancellor Industries had enemies. Billy had enemies. Jill had enemies. And Lily had found herself caught in enough corporate wars to recognize psychological warfare when she saw it. Jill sank into a chair. I thought I'd found a daughter I never knew I had. For the first time, Lily's expression softened. She could see Jill wasn't trying to hurt them. Jill had believed it. That made everything more tragic. Lily sat opposite her. We need another test. Billy nodded. Independent laboratory. New samples. Nobody involved with whoever sent this information. And, Lily added, we test more than just Jill and me. Billy looked at her. Lily met his eyes. If somebody is trying to rewrite my family history, I want the entire truth. That sentence carried the weight of decades. Because Lily Winters wasn't merely defending a biological connection. She was defending Drusilla. Neil. The family that had raised her. The people whose love had shaped her life. Whatever a DNA test eventually revealed could never erase that. Jill reached across the table. Lily hesitated before allowing Jill to take her hand. I never wanted to take your family away from you, Jill whispered. Lily's eyes finally filled with tears. Then don't. Jill nodded. You're right. Billy watched them quietly. Then his phone vibrated. Unknown number. He almost ignored it. But something made him open the message. There was only one sentence. Ask Jill what really happened the night Lily was born. Billy's face changed instantly. Lily noticed. What? Billy didn't answer. Billy? He slowly turned the phone around. Lily read the message. Jill saw it from across the table. And suddenly she looked terrified. Not confused. Not surprised. Terrified. Billy caught the reaction. What happened that night? Jill stood. Nothing. Billy stepped closer. Mom. I said nothing. Lily stared at her. You recognize that message. Jill grabbed her purse. I have to go. Billy blocked her path. No. You don't get to drop this bomb and disappear. Move. Tell us what happened. Jill's breathing became shallow. And then she finally whispered something neither Billy nor Lily expected. There was another baby. The office went silent again. Lily stared at her. What? Jill closed her eyes. There were 2 infants connected to those records. Billy's mouth fell open. Twins? I don't know. Then what do you know? Billy demanded. Jill looked toward Lily. One child survived. Lily waited. And the other? Jill's voice broke. I was told the baby died. Billy studied his mother's face. Told by whom? Jill slowly shook her head. The person who told me is dead. Billy cursed under his breath. Of course. Another secret buried behind someone who could no longer answer questions. Lily returned to the documents. She began rearranging the pages according to date. Then she noticed something strange. One hospital identification number appeared repeatedly. But another number appeared on only one page. Lily pointed at it. What's this? Jill leaned closer. I don't know. Billy pulled out his phone and photographed the page. We're finding out. Commentary. And now the mystery changes completely. Maybe Jill's initial assumption is wrong. Maybe Lily isn't Jill's daughter at all. Perhaps someone connected to Jill's past, Lily's family history, or the Chancellor legacy is hiding something much more complicated. Hours later, Lily stood alone in the office. Billy had left to investigate the identification number. Jill had gone home shaken. Lily stared at an old photograph of Neil and Drusilla on her phone. She touched the screen gently. "You're still my parents," she whispered. Whatever happened next, that would never change. Then the elevator opened. Billy returned. His face told Lily immediately that he'd discovered something. "You found it?" Billy closed the office door. "Yes." "What is it?" "That number wasn't assigned to you." Lily's heartbeat quickened. "Then who?" Billy placed his phone on the desk. "I don't have a name yet." Lily became frustrated. "Then what do you have?" Billy looked directly at her. "A date of birth." He showed her. Lily stared at the screen. The date matched. Her birthday. Exactly. Lily slowly sat down. So there really was another child. It looks that way. Where is that person now? Billy shook his head. I don't know. Then he added quietly. But if that person is still alive. Lily finished the thought. They could be Jill's child. Billy nodded. Meaning the explosive assumption that Lily and Billy were siblings could be completely wrong. But another mystery had just appeared. Somewhere in Jill Abbott's past could be a missing son or daughter whose existence had been hidden for years. And someone in Genoa City apparently already knew. Across town, Jill entered the Chancellor mansion and locked the door behind her. She stood in the darkness for a moment. Then a lamp suddenly switched on. Jill gasped. A shadowy figure sat in the living room. You shouldn't have told them, the person said. Jill stared in horror. You. The figure stood. Jill backed away. I thought you were dead. The mysterious visitor smiled. That was the idea. And just like that, Jill's supposed revelation about Lily might only be the beginning. Because somebody had returned to Genoa City carrying a secret powerful enough to shake the Abbott, Chancellor, and Winters families at the same time. Was Lily really connected to Jill biologically? Who was the second baby hidden in those records? Why did someone want Jill to believe Lily was her daughter? And most dangerously, who was standing inside the Chancellor mansion? Those answers could change everything. If The Young and the Restless ever takes a mystery like this onto the screen, the strongest twist may not be Lily suddenly becoming Billy's sister at all. The bigger story could be someone manipulating Jill with a partial DNA match while hiding another child from her past. What do you think? Would you want the show to reveal a secret connection between Jill and Lily, or would that change too much of Lily's established history? And who do you think could be behind a scheme involving Jill's past? If you enjoy dramatic Y&R theories, spoiler discussions, and story breakdowns that clearly separate speculation from confirmed events, subscribe to the channel and stay with us, because in Genoa City, the secret everyone thinks has finally been exposed is usually hiding one last twist.